Okay. So today we are going to talk about strategic planning. And this is actually important because you have a 3-year strategic plan due soon. Okay, when check it out. The 3-year strategic books. Or you should have the 3-year strategic plan due on March 16. Okay, so this chapter is related to that. So this chapter, we are going to, kind of go through, what we need to include in a strategic plan. First of all, so we're going to develop our strategic vision, mission, and core values. And we will talk about what exactly are the vision statement, the mission statement, and then the core value. Okay, and then we will set objectives. So there are different types of objectives. And for your strategic plan on BHG game, you also need to do that. Okay, so we will talk about it, and then we're going to craft the strategy that's that will be related to later chapter. And then executing the strategy will be you guys playing the game, crunching the numbers in there. And then we monitor and evaluating the performance, like what I did to go through your BHG game, the practice round, year 11 result. Okay, so we kind of look at what you guys did, and then hopefully you guys watch the video and then try to figure out what you did right or did wrong and then fix it. Okay, so that's the different procedures that what we do in terms of the strategy. So as we mentioned, the strategy or strategic plan is our plan, right? It's our action plan. So it kind of tells us the future direction, what's our goal, what's our performance target, and the strategy. So the first thing is to develop the strategic vision and mission statement, and then set some kind of core value for the company. So all these are not really required to form a company, but a lot of companies do have at least one or two, maybe all three of these. Okay, so the first thing is the vision statement. So vision statement tells us the future direction, where you want to go, where is your vision, right? Oh, did I record? Yes, I did. So it tells us the direction where we are going, okay? What's our goal? And sometimes it gives us the rationale for our goal, our objective. So sometimes companies use distinctive or specific language to differentiate the company's vision than other companies. So there are some, of course, do's and don'ts that we need to try to keep in mind. So the do's, can you see that? The do's is we want it to be graphic, we want it to be directional, forward-looking, but keep it focused, and at the same time, we want to have a little bit wiggle because, you know, things changed. You will see some example and then you will understand what we mean. And then we want to make sure it's visible and why this direction actually makes good business sense. And then we want it to be memorable and like powerful. The don't is sometimes it's difficult to find the fine line, but see, we say we want to have some wiggle room. But at the same time, we don't want to be too vague. Okay, we don't want to be too broad. Okay, and we don't want to be dwell on the present, like, you know, just keep talking about now. And yeah, like we don't want to use too broad language. And we don't want to state the vision in a bland or uninspiring terms, like very flat. And then do not be generic. But like I said, we want it to have some wiggle room, right? And then don't run on and on. So let's show you some examples. So can someone read this one? Coca-Cola's vision statement. Okay.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
Our vision serves as the framework for our roadmap and guides every aspect of our business by describing what we need to accomplish in order to continue achieving sustainable quality growth. People, be a great place to work where people are inspired to be the best they can be. Portfolio, bring to the world a portfolio of quality beverage brands that anticipate and satisfy people's desires and needs. Partners, nurture a winning network of customers and suppliers. Together we create mutual enduring value. Planet, be a responsible citizen that makes a difference by helping build and support sustainable communities. Profit, maximize long-term return to share owners while being mindful of our overall responsibilities. Productivity, be a highly effective, lean, and fast-moving organization.
Okay, so when we look at this, what do you feel? Like, try to remember what we said about do's and don'ts. So what do you think, what advantage they have here? Anybody? What's good about this vision statement? They cover all the bases. Okay, what else? So like we say here, do they make good business sense? So they say we want to be a great place to work. People are inspired to be the best, and then bring the world a portfolio of quality beverage. So yes, kind of. And then they didn't say, think about this, Coca-Cola, they didn't have the wide range of product at that time. But they say they want to have the good quality beverage brand. So it actually gives you some flexibility, right? It's flexible. But it's kind of graphic, it's kind of powerful because it does say people, you know, blah, 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 portfolio, partners, planet, profit, productivity. So it's kind of powerful graphic, but a little bit too long, right? So probably remember, oh, they have several P's, but whatever behind the P's, you probably don't remember. So it's not that memorable. And they didn't really talk about like the forward looking, like future, you know, things. It's more of the present, right? But they do say they want to be a quality brand, you know, they want to create value. Okay, so that's Coca-Cola. How about this one? Can someone read the Procter & Gamble vision statement? Okay, good.
We will provide branded products and services of superior quality and value that improve the lives of the world's consumers now and for generations to come. As a result, consumers will reward us with leadership sales, profit, and value creation, allowing our people, our shareholders, and the communities in which we live and work to prosper.
Okay, so it does seem forward-looking, right? They say for generations to come, okay? and they want to improve the world's consumer, the life of the world's consumers, to make good business sense. And they provide branded product and services. So it's kind of flexible. They didn't really tell you. If we don't know what P&G sell, can you tell what they are selling here? Kind of too broad, right? But the thing is that they actually they still sell a lot of product, huge range of the product. Okay, so even though this one is shorter than Coca-Cola's, but it's less powerful because it's just like, I can't remember. I told this for so many years. I still couldn't memorize it. But at least Coca-Cola, I know, oh, people, different P's, okay? So, so this one is not memorable, it's not graphic, it's not really focused, but at the same time, because, they have huge product range, so it's a little bit difficult for them. But, so this is the vision statement. The next one, even shorter. Who want to read next one? Oh. He's stretching, but I just called this. Yes. Okay, so they define compelling sustainable future. So they are forward-looking, okay, and they are flexible because do you know what they are selling by looking at the vision statement? Not at all, right? And it's very short. Is it easy to memorize? Is it? I still can't. Close your eyes, see if you remember. What? She said compelling sustainable future. Yeah, so very close. Okay, but it's not, to me, it's still not memorable. And it's not necessarily feasible, very broad, confusing. What exactly does Heinz sell? Ketchup, yeah. What does ketchup have anything to do with the compelling sustainable future? So when we eat ketchup, we'll be sustainable after. Yeah, so this is a little bit confusing. It doesn't really click, right, with what they are selling, okay? But they do that, it's really broad, okay? So even if they start to sell, I don't know, flight ticket, it will still work, right? If they sell ticket to moon, it will work too. So this is the vision statement, okay? And then we are going to skip this part, okay? The Coca-Cola, yeah. And then the vision is important because, it helps us to communicate what the top management actually want, what's their future direction, okay? So it's important to let the stakeholders to know your vision. And it will kind of help the employee to follow the vision, okay? And it also help people to understand how important this vision is to the top management. So same as ESU. So what's our, let's see. We used to have that. We had the previous president. And let's see if we still have it. So they used to have this. They used to have it here, like right here. So we have mission statement or vision. Let's see. This is a College of Education. Maybe here. Oh, so ESU be an innovative entrepreneurial university. I remember we have a slogan called ESU innovate something. So this is our, but I remember we used to have this like banner here when we go to the homepage, and now you have to try to find it. So when they started to draft this up, they put it on the homepage, and even I think they have this like tiny booklets or whatever. They would say like innovate, you, and then something. Yeah, I don't remember. So it means they didn't do a good job to communicate. Okay. Yeah. So so we want to communicate the vision statement with the companies, with the stakeholder. Okay, like the shareholder, the community, and all this. So
What happened?
So we want to put it in writing and distribute it.
Like, I'm not even being like that, but Sean is not. It's been a while since she's given up a point. And she's the Santos prep heavyweight today is has D1 off.
What did he say? Jonathan, shut up. So yeah, so we want to make sure, and then we want to have some memorable slogan. Okay, I forgot our slogan. At that time, I thought it's quite neat. Yeah. Jonathan's still talking. So so why is it matter? Because like as I said, it tells people that this is what we care about now. Okay, what we want to achieve. So the vision statement, that's why it's important. And then the mission statement. The vision statement tells us the future, where we are going. The mission statement actually it's about present, about now, who we are, what we are doing, why we are here. Okay, what does the company do? So it would be but we don't want our mission statement to say, oh, we are a university that we want to it doesn't work here, but for companies, we don't want to say, oh, our mission is we want to make profit. Okay, of course, if we are a company, we want to make profit, but instead we will say something like, we want to, like for you guys, want to sell high quality shoes, okay, and want to create a well-known brand for ethnic shoes, okay. So that would be the different mission statement. Okay, so mission statement describe the present situation. So some examples. Oh, well, so the ideal mission statement, we want to kind of identify our product and services, and you will see the example. And we want to like tell people what kind of buyers need we want to satisfy. Okay, can you guys see? This is so bad. I can't believe I designed a slide with this kind of color. Yeah, I can't see. Yeah, let me change the color. Can't believe it. That should be yellow. Better, right? So let me change the pink one. I hate the pink one too. Why do I? Yeah, this one I can't see either. So I try to be artistic, but I failed. This is better, yeah. So here. So and then what's our approach to make our customer happy? Okay, and how are we different from our competitor? Okay, so this is the mission statement. And so the first one, can someone read this? So this is Apple. If I don't tell you it's Apple's mission statement, I'm sure you guys can tell, right? Like after this quotation or apprentices?
Yeah.
What do you call this?
That's quotation mark.
This is quotation,
Yeah.
quotation marks. So who want to read this? You want to? No? Okay, thank you.
Apple's current mission statement is Apple designs Macs, the best personal computers in the world, along with OS X, iOS, hardware, and professional software. Apple leads the digital music revolution with its iPod and iTunes online store.
Okay, thank you. So this one, we can tell this is Apple because they say Apple 9 Max. But when you see iLife, iWork, does anybody know what it is? No, it was like even I don't know. So it was like a long time ago, okay? But we see iPad, iTunes, so we kind of know it's probably before iPhone, before iPad. It was like when they started the iPad that they, they probably create this mission statement, okay? Because at that time, they don't have iPad, iPhone, but now actually iPhone, iPad have the higher sales. And then now they even have Apple Pay and stuff, so it's not there. But they did tell you they want to sell the best personal computer, okay? So the quality actually is there. And then they lead the digital music revolution. They were like the very first companies that put everything in the digital form, not the CDs, right? The online, right? Oh no, iPod is you download. Yeah, so that's they actually tell you what they sell. Okay. Who wants to read the second bullet point? Okay, you. Oh, who's that? Jonathan, is that you? Who wants to read the second one? Come on.
That
Okay.
was me, but it's we people.
Yeah.
it worked. Okay, now it worked. Hello, you can hear me, right? Yeah, I think so. Okay, yeah, I don't know what happened. This happened several times. So let's go back to share screen. Yeah, so Boeing is the last company. And then the core value. So core value, they show the companies what they believe, okay? They are the beliefs, the trade, some behavioral norms the employee are expected to display. And they become part of the culture, the company culture. And so it should match with the company's vision, mission, and the strategy. But like I said, not every company will have core value. But there's one company, they are famous for their core value. Okay. Where's the video? Let me find the, oops. Oh. Let me find the video first. And I'm not sure if they can, if you guys cannot hear the video, then.
That's in a trailer surrounded by farm animals.
Hello? I still have voice, but share sound, yes.
And only owns 4 pairs of shoes. This does not sound like a description of someone who's nearly a billionaire. But the man you're about to meet is not your average CEO. Tonight, ABC's Rebecca Jarvis gets a look inside his world.
It's 8 a.m. in Las Vegas, and while most of the Strip still sound asleep, downtown, a whole different kind of morning.
I've probably lived 10 places in my entire life, and this is definitely my favorite so far.
We're meeting Tony Hsieh. Worth nearly $1 billion, he's the 41-year-old CEO of online shoe company Zappos, who owns just 4 pairs of shoes.
Welcome to my home.
And his favorite place to live, this 240 square foot trailer.
Refrigerator, there's a shower, bathroom.
Inviting our cameras in exclusively to show us around.
This converts into a bed, that
Yeah.
converts into a bed, and this is your workspace.
Yep. The rent here is $950 a month.
$950
Yeah.
a month.
Yeah.
So you got a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
You are definitely
Not the
different
video.
than your typical billionaire CEO.
That whole. Swine.
Tonight on Nightline, one giant step. The economy may be struggling, but from strappy sandals to sexy stilettos, from cross trainers to Crocs, this shoe store is revolutionizing how business gets done.
From the global resources of ABC News with Terry Moran, Martin Bashir, and Cynthia McFadden in New York City, this is Nightline.
If you're looking for a certain pair of shoes, there's a warehouse in Kentucky that probably has them. They've got 1,000 brands in just about every style, size, and color. 4 million pairs of shoes. 24 hours a day, they're boxing them up and shipping them out to shoe shoppers sitting in the comfort of home.
Good morning and thank you for calling Zappos.com, where Elvis was once spotted in our warehouse looking for a pair of blue suede shoes.
This is Zappos.com, and what Amazon did for books, Zappos is doing for shoes. They're trying to revolutionize how business is done and how people work. The name is an adaptation of the Spanish word for shoe. And this year, 9 years after going into business, Zappos is on track to sell $1 billion worth of shoes.
You will have these shoes on Monday with our free upgrade.
And they're having a party doing it. One night, it was a toga party. Work hard, play hard.
Are you guys ready to have a good time?
Tour the Zappos offices, and there's a cheerfulness you won't find in the dour offices of corporate America.
Hey, everybody, thanks for coming.
Every department has its own way of greeting visitors. Zappos is headquartered in Las Vegas, where they do have office carols like almost any other corporation. But right there in the middle, we may have missed him. There he is, Tony Hsieh, the emperor of shoes, with no more office space than Dilbert.
One of the things that's really important for us, actually probably the most important focus for Zappos, is to make sure we have the absolute best company culture. And part of our culture is just having a family-like atmosphere.
And at times it looks like one of those internet startups that disappeared when the bubble burst. Go! Here's the entire finance department racing Pinewood Derby cars in the office. But unlike those failed startups, last year Zappos made a 5% profit. Not bad.
And in multiples, how many times more than a call center worker do you make?
I don't have a calculator, but my salary is $36,000 a year. So I think some of them make more than me.
Some of the people in the call center make more?
Yeah.
Of course, he can afford it. Just a few years out of college, Hsieh sold an internet company to Microsoft for $265 million. But you wouldn't know it.
How many pairs of shoes do you have?
I probably have about 10 pairs right now, but prior to Zappos, I used to have one pair that I would wear for 2 years until it had holes in it and then buy the same pair again.
So you're not that into shoes?
I'm not that into shoes.
What he's into is building a company where people love to work and customers like doing business.
We just want to be about the very best customer service and the very best customer experience.
Selling shoes over the internet would seem difficult. People want to try them on, see the size and color. Zappos overcame that with free shipping, both ways. Order as many shoes as you like. You have a year, 365 days to return what you don't want.
Okay, and then once we get it back in, it can take 48 hours to process back in, but we'll refund you for the $41.
And if they treat the customers well, they do pretty well by the employees, too. Free food is always available in the cafeteria.
So even the snacks are free. We go E5.
There we go.
Almond Joy.
But that's nothing. The company also pays 100% of medical and dental benefits.
Why in this world is it such a revolutionary idea to treat your employees and your customers well?
Yeah, I think just because you don't really see the payoff right away. You see the payoff, a year, 2 years, sometimes 3 years down the line.
It's a great day here at Zappos. This is Stephanie. How can I help you?
At the heart of the Zappos revolution is the call center, where actual human beings answer the phone.
Hi, Patty. How are you doing?
A lot of companies have learned that they can be rude to their customers, they can give them bad service, they can even not answer the telephone, and people still have to do business with them.
Right, and right today, that's because they don't really have a choice.
How can I help you today?
95% of Zappos' business comes over the internet, but they spend a lot of time and money training people to talk to customers on the phone. There's a 4-week training course that every single employee, from the executives on down, are required to take, even if their jobs don't usually require talking with customers.
Well, I'll be happy to help you out with that. Do you know your order number? Oh, yes. You don't know your order number. Okay, no problem. Do you have a phone number that would be on your account?
Sari Levine already works in the design department, but she was a member of the latest call center class. And just before they were hired, she and the rest were offered cash to walk away.
We are actually increasing the offer to $2,000, but today is the last day where you can choose it. We offer them money to trainees to quit because we really want to make sure that people that are working at Zappos are truly passionate about the company, and this is the place that they want to be.
Very few take it.
Are you ready to get started?
For the graduates, there's a ceremony. Pomp and circumstance, diplomas, the Zappos Pledge.
I'm on a Zappos mission to live and deliver wow.
I'm on a Zappos mission to live and deliver wow.
Armed with core values, I'm going to start now.
Armed with core values, I'm going to start now.
They actually do have a list of 10 core values to work by.
Create fun and a little weirdness.
It's just a fun way of saying that we really respect and celebrate everyone's individuality.
Pursue growth and learning. Do a lot of people tend to get kind of stuck?
I think it's just really important for people to feel engaged. They always need to feel like they're learning and growing.
I noticed immediately coming in at the graduation ceremony, and people are smiling and laughing and clapping and making jokes. But you're very reserved.
Yeah, and that's part of what I mean when I say I'm not the one that is saying, okay, here's what the culture should be.
Well, why isn't your phone center in India?
Because we don't think you're going to be able to give great customer service by outsourcing it. And for us, if customer service is what our brand is going to be about, then you can't outsource that. If a customer is looking for a specific pair of shoes and we're out of stock of their size, say, everyone here is trained to look on at least 3 competitor websites. And if they find the shoe in stock on the competitor, direct the customer to the competitor. And that,
what do you get out of that? Somebody else sells the shoes?
Yeah, we lose that sale.
What they get, they think, is customer loyalty. 75% of their business is people who come back. And part of their training is exposing employees to every part of the business. Remember Sari Levine? After finishing her training at the call center, she's now shipping shoes in Kentucky.
So it tells you that you're looking for a Rockport, and your last number is going to be 3184.
Part of the training program, we call it KY Boot Camp. We go to our Kentucky fulfillment center, and you understand every single aspect of how the warehouse works.
Now Zappos is branching into things like clothing and electronics. They're not stuck on shoes.
And so we'll listen to our customers and try out different suggestions. They even suggested cookware, so we're selling cookware.
So you have customers who like you so much, they just want to do business with you almost no matter what it is they're buying.
Yeah, we have received emails from customers that have asked us to start an airline, and we're not going to do that this year, but 30 years from now, I wouldn't rule out a Zappos Airlines.
In that case, you'd probably have to pay for shipping. This is Brian Rooney for Nightline in Las Vegas.
So that's Zappos. And you heard what they say, like their core value, right? So we have 10 core values: deliver wow through service, embrace and drive change, create fun and a little weirdness. You see like what they did in the office, right? And then be adventurous, creative, and open-minded, pursue growth and learning, build open and honest relationship with communication, build a positive team and family spirit. Kind of see that also through the video. Do more with less. Be passionate and determined. Be humble. Okay, so so these are the 10 core values they have, and then these are the Amazon's core value. So their core value, like they have 6 general core value. Customer obsession. We start with the customer and work backwards. So they are customer focused. So if you go back to Zappos, anything that you think maybe a little bit connected to what is it? To Amazon's core value, first core value. Anything you see that maybe share something similar? About first one, they deliver wow through service. So like they want to wow their customers with their service. Okay, so kind of, and then from the video, he also say whatever customer asking to sell cookware, and they also talk about selling a flight ticket, okay? So yeah, so that's something also similar. Innovation. If you don't listen to your customer, you will fail, but if you only listen to your customers, you will also fail. So they want to listen to their customer, but at the same time, they also want to, make their own decision. They want to look and see. And then bias for action. They try to make every minute count. Ownership. Ownership matters when you building great companies. Owner think long term, and please patiently for their project and ideas are empowered to respect challenge decisions. So if we go back here, they try to be adventurous, creative, open-minded, pursue growth and learning. Okay, embrace, drive change, and then build open, honest relationship with communication. So these are kind of, similar to what they have. And then last one, frugality. We spend money on the things that really matters, and believe that frugality breeds resourcefulness, self-sufficiency, and intention. Okay, so if we go back here, we see that they say do more with less. So that's also somewhat, shows the frugality, right? So because of that, they kind of share similar core value, even though it's worded differently. Okay, but you can see some kind of overlap. So, the core value we see on Zappos kind of, similar to Amazon. Anyway, so what do the core value of Zappos reflect? The value it places on the human capital. Do you think they value their people? Not if we don't look at the core value, it just try to remember what we saw from the video. They do, right? They train, they provide a lot of training, and they even want to make sure the employees are happy, right? By the way, if you go to Zappos.com, let me show you. So if you go to Zappos.com, so not asking you, whoa, this is different. Not asking you to buy shoes. It used to be other. So if you go to the bottom here, you will be able to find career jobs. Okay, and then they are hiring all the time. So like strategic program director, and then they are hiring. You can find all kinds of they even I think they also have internship. They used to put that internship somewhere here. Real home. Different. Introduce yourself. It looks different now. Okay, so you can do this here. Okay, and then you can also find the job there. They used to put a like internship and stuff here. Don't have it anymore, probably because of the economy. So but Vegas is fun. So anyway, so because there are some similarities between Zappos and Amazon. Eventually, Amazon acquired Zappos. Okay, in 2009, I think they pay maybe 1.5 or 2.5 billion dollars for Zappos. And one of the conditions is Tony Hsieh stay as CEO, but he passed away a few years ago. He passed away because of a fire, I think in Connecticut or somewhere in the East Coast, where his family were. So he went home for, I think, Thanksgiving or Christmas, yeah. And then, but people say that he was overdosed and then fire started, so he didn't get out. So, second one, this is important for you guys, like for your BSG game. This is what really matters. Of course, your vision, your mission statement is important, but the objectives, the numbers, your estimate in the numbers for the BSG strategic plan will affect your grade. I'm not the one grading that. That's the BSG team grade your strategic plan. So, so to convert the vision and mission statement, we need to, because remember we said we need to set some kind of goal. And when we need to compare the goal, we need to have numbers, something measurable. Okay, so so we need to convert this vision or mission into specific measurable timing performance target, and focus the effort and align the action throughout the company. And then this also is like a standard for us to look at the company's performance and progress. And then we use that to motivate and inspire employees. So, but in your case, you are not the employee, you are like the manager. Oh, sorry. So you guys work as the managers. So what you can do is, like when your team is winning, you guys can go out and celebrate. Like, hey, let's go to karaoke or do something fun because this game is hard, it's difficult. If you put in effort this past week, it's difficult. So try to motivate yourself by taking yourself out to dinner or have some. Are you guys 21 yet? So you guys can have drink. Yeah.
Question for you about the BSG game. I know you said at the end when you grade everybody, it's based on your final standings.
Yeah.
Order. Do you assign any kind of a grade like weeks 11 to 19 or whatever? Is it only the 20 that the grade is based on?
We will talk about it later when we go to BSG game. If I didn't cover it, remind me again, okay? Because we will go to BSG and I'll show you what exactly we will do. Yeah, I will do it. So the objectives is important, okay? And then there are different objectives. So several strategic intent. So that means that sometimes we have different goals, right? And we want to make sure that our goals, kind of matches with our strategy and with what we want to do. So, but to set stretch objectives, we can push the company to be more inventive, and then we can increase the urgency for improving the financial performance and our competitive advantage. And then we will push the company maybe more focused in our action. So, and then prevent the internal inertia. That means sometimes, when you are in some company long enough, you are used to a certain way of doing things. You don't want to change. And people are just getting used to do things like that. They don't want to change. And then usually it will lead to your performance won't improve. Yeah, so two types of objectives. One is called financial objectives. So the financial objectives are related to the financial performance, okay? And usually it's related to the company's operations activities. So usually those are the numbers we will see on our balance sheet, okay? And then the strategic objectives, they are related to the marketing standing, the industry position, okay? So they will focus more on externally, like compared to the competitor, like when we look at the report that, you know, the one I recorded video about. So we will see that you will say something like, want to be the company has the biggest market share. So that you are comparing yourself with another, like the whole your other competitors. So that's your strategic objectives. Or you say, I want our market share to grow 5%. So market share is also, you know, compared to other people, like you have certain percentage of the market share. But if you say, we want our PE ratio to be this much, to grow this much. So the PE ratio is from financial statement. So that's your financial objectives. Okay, so we will have a little bit more examples. But on top of that, we have also short-term and long-term objectives. So usually short-term objectives are something like less than 3 years, 2 years. Sometimes some people define something less than 1 year is short-term. Okay, long-term is longer, like 5 years, 10 years. Like 3 years is like a borderline. Some people look at 3 years as long-term. Some people think it's short-term. So either way, so 3 years could be either long-term or short-term. So, so the examples for financial objectives, like we want certain percent increase in annual revenue. Okay, so that's from income statement, right? Revenues. Or the profit margin, we want it to be certain percent. Or the return on equity, okay? The bond and credit rating, like you guys all see that your credit rating, A minus, A or B, B minus, B plus, okay, or the cash flow. So anything that you will see on the financial statement, that's the financial objectives. And then we have the strategic objectives. That's something we see from the comparative report, the industry report. You know, we want to have certain percent of market share, and we want to achieve lower cost compared to our competitors, which you guys will be able to see as well. Remember when I go through the benchmark report, you know, you will see the lowest cost, the highest, the lowest profit, the highest profit. So you will see those kind of numbers, okay? And then you want to have wider product line, again, on the comparative report. You see how many model of shoes each company have and how many you have, right? So these are the strategic objectives. So those are something that you guys should, you know, try to think about to, how should I put it? To you know, to achieve, okay? So the balanced approach is we kind of want to mix the financial and strategic objectives, you know, together, because one is internal, one is external, okay? And we want to track both measures to see whether or not we are actually doing well, and then we are having a good market share or good position in the market. Okay. So good strategic performance is the key to better financial performance. So as you can see here, from your BSG game, if your company is doing well, the stock market will go up, the profit will go up, and then your grade will be higher. So the grade kind of show how well your strategy and the execution is, and the performance, the stock price, the return on equity, the EPS. So those are the financial performance, but it also shows that, oh, you are doing something right. Okay, so those are kind of related or interdependent. So we sometimes use the balanced scorecard. It's like a combination of different objectives and to look at how companies performance is. But for the BSG game, we don't really show you the balanced scorecard, but you know, we cover 5 different aspects. That's how we calculate your BSG game, right? So you know, so when we set up the company objectives, we would. Oh, wait, I don't have the example here, so we'll skip this. So, you know, so we want to make sure the objectives, we will combine, we will have both financial and strategic objectives. And then we try to figure out, okay, so now, how are we going to achieve our goal, our objectives? Okay, then, like I told you guys, you have two options. One is low cost, one is differentiation. But from differentiation, you have to decide how you're going to differentiate yourself. Okay, so so it's like different type of house. Okay, and we will also go into details like in the future, like if we want to go with low cost strategy, especially like in your BSG game, what should you do? Let's just talk about it really quick. If you want to go with low cost, what do you do? Lower the cost, but how?
Sneaker.
Sometimes, yeah, you sometimes the quality of the sneaker cannot be the best. The materials, you have to use fewer superior materials, right? Make the customer pay for shipping. Cheaper labor, okay? How about build your factory to increase the capacity? If you increase the capacity, even though in the beginning you invest more, but in average, your production cost will be lower. So if you are going with the low cost, you pretty much need to build bigger space for your factories and then, you know, make a lot more shoes and sell it at low cost. So that's one way. And then you definitely, well, it depends. So you probably still need some, the celebrities will help. If you have really low cost, like there were teams, they have really low cost, very low quality, like 1 or 2, but they still have celebrities. So it's like this brand, I forgot, from Europe. They sell t-shirts for like $1, $2. You guys know? It was famous a few years ago. And then but the t-shirt, you can only wear like once or twice. After you put it in laundry, you have holes. But it's only $1, $2, something like that. Just, you know? I forgot the name. Yeah, so it depends on, so if you have that kind of low quality shoes, but you have celebrities, you still be able to, you know, it will help you to sell more. Yeah. So it just, you know, depends on, you know, what kind of strategy you have, but want to make sure the strategy is consistent. So you don't want to, like, if you want to go with low cost, then you don't want to have 500 different models, because when you have different models, it would increase your cost, right? And you probably need to sell it like, how should I put it? Like if I go to Walmart to buy shoes, what's Walmart's Lucky brand? Is it called Lucky brand? I forgot the brand name. Great value. So Walmart shoes. If we go to Walmart, do you think we'll see a lot of different design? Probably not, right? So if they try to sell shoes with a lot of different design, it will not help them because the cost will be higher, and we probably won't appreciate that either. So you just want something cheap, something simple. So same thing, if you go with low cost strategy, you want to have the minimum model, range, 50, right? 50. So you can have 50 to 500. So if you go with low cost, you want 50, okay? But if you want to have high quality, you can choose to do 50 or 500, because if you do 50, you can have the SQ rating to 10, like the highest. So so when we do differentiation, it's very different. It depends on what you want to do. But we want to make sure it's consistent, okay? And then, what else? And then, like I said, we have to kind of communicate with, the whole team, the company, like you guys, when you work together. I think you guys know that, like, I know some teams, they will split, like each person would take care of the 3 tab, is it called tab or tab? Tab, okay, tab, 3 tabs, 3 and 4. So if you do that, it might not work because they are somewhat connected. Did you guys realize? Okay, so it's the same thing as strategy. It's, the game is like the simplified way to run strategy, but for strategy as well, we want to make sure it's what is the word? Collaborative effect, okay, effort. So we want to make sure that we cover everything and everything is consistent with the strategy we choose. Okay, so not going to talk about it, but this basically say, we have corporate level strategy, business strategy, and then a different functional area, and then operating strategy. Okay, and then we need to go top down and then bottom up to make sure it's consistent and it's a two-way communication. So quick here, and then the next goal is so we have the vision, we have objective, we have strategy. That's the strategic plan. Okay, that's what you guys will have. And then the next thing is to executing the strategy. To executing the strategy right, we need to have the right resources. Like you guys have the and then right HR, the right people to do the right thing. Okay, in the beginning, you guys probably will have accounting major to look at the numbers. Marketing people will probably do something else, management, do different things. In the beginning though, but later on, I'm hoping throughout the team, you guys would kind of learn from each other and try to understand how the other function will work. So, so we need to make the directing the action and motivate people. Okay, like in your decision, the first decision is compensation, right? How do you motivate people? And then, the competencies, the competitive capability, celebrity is one type of capability. How do you get celebrities? Okay, so, and then how do you manage the execution process? Make sure, the right people, like I say, hire the right people to do the right thing, and then have the right machine to do the right job. So those are all type of things that we need to take care of. And this, we will kind of talk about it like in the later chapters. But the last thing is to evaluate the performance, which we will do like very soon. And if we need, what kind of revision we need to make. Do we need to make any adjustment, either like in our pricing, in how much we spend in different stuff, and those kind of stuff. So that's the strategic planning. And then after that, we will go back, to check whether or not we need to maybe change our goal or our objectives. So any questions? Okay, if not, then let me go to BSG game, and then I'll show you guys what you asked. So, yeah. So this is year 11, right? It's now what you see. When you go to the bottom, it's game to date. So they actually average up from year 11 to year 20. So this is what I see. This. Okay. So this, what I see. And so the bonus point actually will make difference. like these 4 teams, they are all 71. If some team got 2 bonus points, this would go up to 73. Okay, so this actually accumulative, like, you know, like throughout the whole 10 years. If you keep winning bonus point, you would, you know, you will have a lot extra point. So this is the score I would look at. So for now, company A get 180, maybe a little bit less. So it depends. Yeah, so 108, and then B get 100. C, I probably give C, like, I mean, not C, the F, okay, like 90, 92, depends. Okay, so like I said, the points only, except for this one, like for over 100, because the highest you can get is 116, but I won't give 116. So unless you are the top team, your grade is over 100, otherwise, usually you will get higher than what you have here. Okay, so C, please at 53. Can I ask where C? C. Okay. But I talk about what you guys. Oh no, but I think you guys will go back, will come back, because you guys, I think you guys like built a lot of space. And you spend a lot of money. That's why. Yeah. So we'll see next year. Any questions? Any questions? No other questions? No? Any, like, have you, like, how many of you watched the videos I recorded on Friday? The few? So next time, try to watch it before Monday. So if you have questions, you can ask me right there.
What's the video about?
About the game.
Oh, it's about the game? Okay.
Yeah, about the game result.
Oh, so you record a video about the game and stuff?
Yeah, I think I posted on D2L too.
It might have been, I thought you went on a class, that's how I was confused.
Oh, okay.
Okay, sorry about that.
No problem. It is practice round. Any other questions? I'm going to close to turn off the screen because I'm going to ask if anybody want to reset their quick one. Just a second. I mean, because I think you guys don't want me to show your grade, right? So okay, so let's see. I already rescheduled Chris, Archie. Yeah, I already reset yours. For those who didn't get more than 60, I already rescheduled everything. And but Matthew here. Anybody that didn't get 100 want to reset? Okay. Name. Trevor, what? Last name? You're not. Oh, okay. Okay, I already reset you. You are Trevor DeLeon. Yes. Okay. And you?
Josh.
Last name? Oh, okay. And okay.
Jack.
M?
Yes.
I already reset yours.
Was this already?
Oh, okay. Okay, who was talking?
It was me, Brianna.
So you want me to reset yours?
Yes.
You are in online, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll reset yours. Oh, I forgot they are still seeing the screen. Sorry, let me stop sharing the screen, okay? Okay. So Alex, is Alex staying here? You?
Yeah.
You want to reset your quiz?
I'm probably ready.
Eventually you want 100. You, what's your last name? Elijah, okay. Kobe here. No, but you can tell me later on. But I think everybody should get 100 for first one. Second one is much more difficult. Yeah, if you get 80 now, second one you get 25. You get 100 for first one. But like I said, you guys can work together for the quiz. Like the main point is for you to learn. So you can discuss like, oh, what is this answer? And then someone will look up on player's menu, find the answer. As long as you can learn what the answer is, that's good. But don't like ask people what's the answer is A, B, C, D. No, try to learn the question. Okay. Any other question? So let me reset Brianna. So you guys can work on the game, and if you have questions, you can raise your hand. I will answer the questions. Yes. Okay. No, but you need to make sure that the teammate okay leaving. Yeah. Okay. Brianna, are you sure you registered for BSG?
I'm doing it right now. That's probably why.
Okay. Yeah, when you finish, I would, do you know your team?
You said, say it again.
No, which team are you? Team.
No.
Let me show you how to.
Okay.
So go to D to L. So if your team are okay with not meeting now, you are free to go. Okay, just a second, I'm still, yeah. So Brianna, you are in. You are in Monday class.
Say that again.
Monday class. So I think I do it online. Let me check. You are in team G. G.
Okay, thank you.
For, the code for the BSG would be here. Last page of, so you'll be G. Let me just copy paste to. I put it on the chat box. So this is the code. Okay, so I'm going to exit now. Exit the video. I mean, Brianna, did you see the code I sent you?
You hear me? Yeah, I got it.
I'm going to get out of the. Okay. Okay, bye.